Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scribo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Wednesday, May 25th, and the moon is in Aries. The Aries Moon is very much an initiatory energy. The moon in Aries can be somewhat impulsive. For those of you out there who have Aries Moon, you know sometimes that you act from your emotions very quickly without a lot of forethought. And I personally love the Aries Moon. I love people having Aries Moons. The moon can be such a scaredy cat, and the moon in Aries has a lot of courage. And I think that's really what we all need right now, is quite a bit of courage. We also have today a trine between Mercury and Pluto. Remember, Mercury is retrograde, and right now it's retrograde. Let's see. It's retrograde in Taurus, and it's trine Pluto. It's also trine the North Node, more widely though, and sextile the South Node. There is a lot of things from the past coming up. We're getting re-triggered. Excuse the pun, everyone. It's challenging days. I actually started my astrology salon that I have every Tuesday with some of my students without knowing what had happened in Texas. We did look at it, of course, in class to see what was going on, what could be correlated with anything. There's a lot of reminiscence of Sandy Hook. And the interesting thing, which is terribly interesting, like interesting because it's terrible, is that Sandy Hook occurred about 10 years ago, but at the time, the North Node was in Scorpio and the South Node was in Taurus, and now the nodes have been reversed. And the person who did this terrible deed was, if we have to keep in mind, was 9 years old at the time of Sandy Hook. So we'd have to believe that it was pretty influential on some level in this kid's life. But these wounded boys with their guns, Aries, Chiron in Aries, Mars now in Aries. The shooting actually happened before Mars moved into Aries. It was right at the end of Pisces. And the end of Pisces is symbolic of the end of a whole cycle. So while they do say that this is not going to change, there's nothing they're going to do to change it, the chart indicated that the change would come through the feminine. Aries on, Venus in Aries on Eris in Aries. And just like what happened in Australia, as far as the women like suddenly taking a prominent role in government, even though Albanese is not a woman, of course, a lot of the, I don't know actually how the system works, but a lot of the representatives, I'll call them representatives, although I'm not sure that's what you call them, were women. The teals, as it were. Check these out. Gorgeous, right? I think these are Siberian irises. I think I'll have to ask Michael. He'll know. He knows all the irises because it's his favorite flower. It's one of the reasons why we have so many. So we wake up to more sorrow and more heartache and the sacrifice of children, which is an old theme, really. I mean, maybe in different ways, but we have to, it strikes me with this latest shooting, and then a shooting of children, shooting in Buffalo being mostly women, mostly older and elderly women, and pictures from the Ukraine where you have all these babushkas living in basements, trying to survive, having no place to go. The war on women and children, the abortion issue, the right to choose. People so invested in what a woman chooses to do, to have a child or not have a child, and yet they don't do anything about the gun laws that are killing our children in their classrooms, where they should be safe from that. It's an upside down world, is it not? And it's time to right it. It's time to right it. And this one may actually start the process, because we are different than we were 9 years ago. We have seen enough, and it's time to rise up and change what's possible, right? Make the impossible be possible. And if gun control is impossible, it's time to make it possible. I know a lot of you are really suffering this morning, so my heart goes out to you. Of course, my heart goes out to the victims, and the victims are in heaven, but the victims' family, all the people left, all the people who had to go in and see those children, all the teachers out there. I come from a family of teachers. Most of them now, because I'm old and I was the youngest grandchild, are retired, but I have younger cousins who are teachers in school, and it's, back in the day, they're like, yeah, you're a teacher, haburi, right? Oh, you're taking it the safe way. You're taking a safe job. Well, not safe anymore, is it? If it really ever was, honestly. But the trine between Pluto and Mercury allows us to go really, really deep and access our strength, our problem-solving abilities, our creative abilities. The change is here, the change is now, and we are the change. So I just want to point out those wisteria up there, all the way up at the top of the tree. And up there, top of the tree, the wisteria. All right, guys, I'll let you guys have your rest of your day. Please like and subscribe. For those of you who are taking my Kabbalah class tonight, we're starting. I'll be sending out an email with information and the links and all that stuff. So there's still room if anybody's still interested in doing it. Have yourself a wonderful day, and let's all pray, eh? Okay, guys, take care. Namaste.